Now, a quick thought on Caitlin Clark, who inspires many thoughts from many people, because everywhere I go, all my friends, all they want to talk about, believe it or not, is Caitlin Clark. She is the biggest ratings lightning rod magnet, obviously, in women's basketball history. She plays with fire. She is shooting step back, jump shot, three-pointers from the logo. Never did I think I would see that.
Picture this, a rookie in the WNBA stealing the thunder from America's team. Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what's happening with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. They're not just making waves, they're causing a tsunami in the sports world. And get this, even die-hard NFL fans are taking notice. Now, you might be wondering what kind of rookie could make a seasoned sports commentator turn his back on America's team. Well, Caitlin Clark isn't just any rookie. What if I told you she's pulling in TV audiences that rival some NFL games? The numbers don't lie, and they're painting a picture that's got the entire sports world buzzing. Let's talk about Clark's journey from college superstar to WNBA sensation. This isn't your average rookie story. We're talking about a player who became the all-time Division I women's basketball scoring leader before even stepping foot on a professional court. That's the kind of talent that makes people sit up and take notice. But here's where it gets wild. Clark didn't just show up and dominate from day one. In her first 18 WNBA games, she averaged 16.3 points, 6.6 assists, and 5.4 rebounds. Solid numbers, sure, but nothing earth-shattering. So what changed? It's like Clark flipped a switch. As she adjusted to the pro game, her stats shot through the roof. We're seeing a player who's not just living up to the hype, but exceeding it. And the Indiana Fever? They're riding this wave all the way to a potential playoff spot. Think about that for a second. A team that's been struggling for years is suddenly the talk of the town, and it's all because of one rookie. But Clark's impact goes way beyond just her team. She's changing the entire landscape of the WNBA. Want proof? Look at the TV ratings. A recent game against Seattle pulled in 2.3 million viewers. That's not just good for the WNBA, that's good for any sport. And it's not just casual fans tuning in. We've got Skip Bayless, a guy who bleeds Cowboys blue and silver, saying he'd rather watch the Fever than the NFL. That's like a die-hard pizza lover suddenly declaring they prefer salad. It just doesn't happen, unless the salad is really good. But here's the million-dollar question. What makes Clark so special? It's not just her scoring ability, though that's certainly part of it.
She's the reason for the attendance explosion this year in the WNBA. I mean, she just plays. 31% so far. She's taken the second most threes in the league, but that'll change. You know and I know. She'll start to figure that. She'll settle in, get a little more comfortable. She'll get on a hot streak. The truth is, if you look hard at Caitlin Clark, she doesn't say much of anything. Well, good for her.
It's not just her assists or her rebounds either. It's the way she plays the game. The excitement she brings to every possession, the way she makes her teammates better. Clark isn't just a great player, she's a game changer in every sense of the word. She's the kind of athlete that comes along once in a generation, the type that doesn't just excel at their sport, but elevates it to new heights. And let's be real, the WNBA needed this. For years, it's been fighting for attention in a crowded sports landscape. Now, thanks to Clark, people aren't just watching, they're talking, they're debating. They're getting excited about women's basketball in a way we haven't seen before. Speaking of the NFL, there's trouble brewing in Big D. The Dallas Cowboys, America's team, are fumbling more than just footballs. They're losing grip on their fans' loyalty. What's causing this titan of sports to falter while a WNBA rookie steals the spotlight? Let's talk about the Cowboys' recent stumbles. Remember when they secured that #2 seed in the NFL playoffs? Fans were hyped, thinking this might be their year. But then came the Green Bay Packers, and suddenly, those dreams went up in smoke. A 48-32 loss isn't just a defeat, it's a reality check that's left Cowboys Nation reeling. You'd think after a disappointment like that, Jerry Jones would be all over fixing things, right? After all, he promised to go all in during the offseason. But here we are, and fans are still waiting for that big move. It's like watching a high-stakes poker game where the richest guy at the table keeps folding. And it's not just about new signings. The Cowboys can't even seem to keep their stars happy. Take CeeDee Lamb, for example. This guy's a walking highlight reel, but instead of locking him down, there's ongoing contract drama. It's like having a Ferrari in your garage, but arguing over the price of gas. Now contrast this with what's happening over in Indiana. While the Cowboys are stuck in neutral, the Fever are hitting top gear. They've got a rookie who's not just playing well, she's changing the game. And fans are noticing. TV ratings for Fever games are soaring, while Cowboys fans are left wondering if they should even bother tuning in next season. You know things are bad when Skip Bayless, a guy who bleeds Cowboys blue and silver, says he'd rather watch the Indiana Fever. That's not just a statement, it's a seismic shift in the sports landscape. Imagine your die-hard pizza-loving friend suddenly declaring they prefer salad. It's that level of unexpected. But let's break down what Skip actually said. I look more forward to watching the Indiana Fever than I do my Dallas Cowboys. This isn't just about one bad season or a couple of missed opportunities, it's about a franchise that's lost its way, leaving even its most loyal supporters looking for excitement elsewhere. And it's not like this disappointment is new. Cowboys fans have been riding this roller coaster for years now, promising regular seasons followed by playoff collapses. It's become a depressingly familiar pattern. But this time feels different. This time, it's not just about losing games, it's about losing relevance. Think about it. We're in a world where a WNBA rookie is generating more buzz than the NFL's most valuable franchise. That's not just surprising, it's unprecedented. It's a sign that the sports world is changing, and the old giants can't just rely on their reputation anymore. So what does this mean for the Cowboys? For starters, it's a wake-up call. The NFL might be America's favorite league, but that doesn't mean fans will stick around forever if they're not getting their money's worth. Jerry Jones and company need to realize that in today's sports landscape, excitement trumps tradition. Remember when team loyalty was everything? Well, times are changing and fast. Caitlin Clark isn't just making waves, she's causing a tsunami in the sports world. But here's the kicker, it's not just about her skills on the court. There's something bigger happening, something that could turn the entire sports industry on its head. Skip Bayless's comments about preferring to watch the Indiana Fever over the Dallas Cowboys aren't just shocking. They're a sign of a massive shift in sports fandom. We're seeing a new trend where individual players, like Clark, are capturing attention and loyalty that used to belong to entire franchises. This isn't your average rookie sensation story. Clark's impact is reaching far beyond the basketball court. She's challenging the long-held belief that the WNBA struggles for attention once the NFL season kicks off. In fact, she's doing more than just competing. She's winning the battle for eyeballs. Think about it. The NFL has been the undisputed king of American sports for decades. But now, we've got a WNBA rookie drawing in fans and media attention at a level that's making even the biggest NFL stars take notice. It's like David taking on Goliath, but this time, David's got a jump shot instead of a slingshot. What makes Clark so special? It's not just her talent though, that's certainly part of it. She's got that rare combination of skill, charisma, and star power that comes along once in a generation. Some are comparing her impact to icons like Tiger Woods and Conor McGregor, athletes who didn't just excel at their sport, but elevated it to new heights. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark's rise isn't happening in a vacuum. It's part of a broader shift in how fans engage with sports. We're moving away from the old model where team loyalty was everything. Now, it's all about the individual stars who can captivate us with their talent and personality. This shift is forcing leagues like the NFL to sit up and take notice. They can't just rely on their established fan bases anymore. They need to adapt to a world where a single player can outshine an entire franchise. It's a wake-up call for teams like the Cowboys, who've been coasting on their reputation for years. For the WNBA, this is a golden opportunity. They're seeing a surge in interest that's been years in the making. Clark's popularity is opening doors for the league, bringing in new fans who might never have given women's basketball a second glance before. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This isn't just about one player or one league. It's about a fundamental change in how we consume and engage with sports. We're entering an era where the lines between different leagues and sports are blurring. Fans are following players, not just teams, and they're willing to switch channels or even sports to see the most exciting talent. So what does this mean for the future of sports entertainment? For starters, it means leagues and teams need to rethink their approach. They can't just rely on tradition or past glory. They need to focus on cultivating and promoting individual stars who can capture the public's imagination. It also means we might see more crossover between different sports and leagues. If fans are following individual athletes rather than teams, why stick to just one sport? We could be looking at a future where the biggest rivalry in sports isn't between two teams, but between star athletes from completely different leagues.